Hello. Oi. Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone? Not a whole lot. So, you like that? So, I'm sorry to hear that. Where are you at? It's 10:47 here in New York. Chilling like a villain. I say that all the time. I'm just chilling like a villain. At least I used to say it. When I didn't deal with so much bullshit, you know. When I actually talk to people. Phone and shit. Oh, well, hello, neighbor. Um, yeah. Those were the days. How was everybody's day? Don't mind me, I did some. I'm not a drinker, I'm not a smoker, but I'm a midnight toker. Yeah. Evening time. Sometimes all day long if I'm not doing anything. Yeah, the usual. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Well, thank you. It's all natural. It drives me crazy sometimes. So I straighten it a lot of times. This is just from washing and conditioner. I think I washed my hair yesterday. The fork broccoli. Broccoli. It'll help. Indica. Couch. Trust and believe it'll help. I get that. I get sensory things. It's like me with turtlenecks. I can't wear, like, I have problems a lot of times wearing shirts that have collars, like, up to here. And, like, anything, like a necklace or anything that's any tighter than this, because it feels like I'm suffocating. Broccoli. I have gastroparesis, osteopenia, and that kind of thing, and I 100% I'm telling you broccoli. It's all natural. I'm sorry to hear that. You know my advice? No matter what you're going through, no matter how hard things are, always try and find the positive. Always do your best to focus on the positive. Because when things are really, really bad, if you continue to focus on that, it's not going to get no better, hon. Believe me, I get that. I get that. I'm sorry to hear that. If you ever need someone to talk to, you can DM me, okay? And I will answer when I can. Nobody should be alone. Trust me. I'm, you know. But I'm here for you, alright? The DMs are open. I'm also on Insta at McCord 1123, and I'm verified on there. DM me and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And that goes for anybody that needs someone. Believe me, I was homeless in my that family I left, I got away from, who's still stalking me and all that shit. I ended up homeless in my car for 9 months, then ended up here in New York and homeless in a homeless drop-in center for 4 months, and now I'm in my home. So trust and believe, I know how hard things can get, and with my past, all the shit I've gone through, whatever you're going through, I promise you it gets better. And I just, me personally, I want to help anybody I can, you know? And I want to show people like yourself that no matter how hard things get, it will get better. The family I was with since I was very little, same. But, my circumstances were much different. But it's a horrible thing, and nobody should ever have to go through that. I promise you're not alone. That's one reason I talk about everything I've been through, is because I want to help people, and I want people to know that they're not alone. Because so many people like yourself feel like they're alone and nobody will understand because nobody's been through anything like it. Yeah. And you're out of that situation, right? I'm so glad to hear you're out of that situation. And this goes for anybody watching this. If you're in any type of DV situation, any abusive type of situation at all, they always say, "I'm sorry. It'll get better. I promise it'll get better. I'll never do it again." Right? Truth is, it never gets better. They'll get better for maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks at the most. Then then it's worse than it was before. It never gets better. And I can't tell anybody that once you leave that person, they're going to leave you alone. Because truth be told, 99% of the time they don't. My first ex, I don't know with it, I left him. I got away from him, in 2002 when I was pregnant with my oldest. He tried to unalive me. Oh yeah, mine was alcoholic, addict, all that. But my first ex was a very, very bad alcoholic. And he tried to unalive me multiple times. As a matter of fact, the night I got pregnant was the worst. I'm surprised I survived that night. When I finally left him for good, it was in July of 2002. He tried to drown me the day before at the lake. And that night I woke up and he was on top of me, straddling me, and his hands around my neck, my throat. And I started squirming. Finally got off me and turned over, went to sleep. The next day, he was so sick he couldn't get out of bed. I asked if I could go to my mom's house. He said that I better be back. At an hour, I better be back. I said, don't worry, I promise I'll be back. And I left with what I was wearing and my wallet, and I left everything behind. That was in 2002. And as far as I know, he's probably still stalking me to this day. My last ex, I finally left him for good on December 1st, 2020. And it's because he went to jail. And that was the last time I was with him. But yeah, that was December 1st, 2020. For the first couple of years, he kept trying to get me to go back to him, would pop up at the house at my stepdad's when I would live there. And he would always carry a loaded pew-pew on him. So after that, it's like once a year he pops up. He pops up about once a year. This last time was about a month ago, a couple weeks ago, something like that, and he commented, "Oh, mine too." Yeah, my last ex. When we met on a dating site 2 days after he got out of prison. See, the problem is, bad boys look good, right? But the problem is they're actually very bad boys that can cost you your life. And it's not worth it. Yeah. He popped up this last time, commented on a video of mine, or post of mine on the Book of the Face. Hiya. DM me. I blocked him. And I've been very vocal about, because I'm positive he's been watching. I've been very vocal. Hell no. To the no, to the motherfucking no. There's only one man for me that I'm in love with, have been for 4.5 years. And he will be the only one I will ever be with if I'm ever lucky enough to be with him. Otherwise, fuck that shit. No. You know. So always remember, no matter how bad things get, they will get better. And when you're in an abusive relationship and situation and that, you need to get out. Thank God you're not living with him. That's good. Sorry, I did some broccoli before I came on. But never stay around, like I said, if you're with an abuser, there are people that you can there are people out here you can reach out to that want to help. You're not alone. Just want to put that out there. So, shall we have a good time? I have some interesting news. It'll be alright. Keep very detailed records of everything. And always carry protection. Don't be like me. Should I walk through Manhattan alone at night? I do. Because I'm not scared of shit. But I do have some very interesting news. I finally spoke with DJ today, who confirmed, because we talked a bit. He had told me where the test had been taken and gave me the phone number to call them. So, I did, but, he also confirmed I'm not Heather. He also knows what kind of people they are. And I said, I'm taking an ancestry DNA test, and he said it basically was a good idea. And I said, it comes back that Tanya's sister's my sister. That means I'm Tanya, right? He's like, uh-huh. I said, okay. Then that means somebody with the DNA test then, right? He said, yeah, most likely it would mean that. Ironically, he didn't seem a bit surprised when I mentioned that cult and the family I was with and what and yeah. That being said, that when I say, I've said this many times, when I talk about everything I've been through, when I say if I've been through, look at everything I've been through, I promise you, you could get through anything. Hey, hun. See, truth is, I don't even know who I really am yet. I have my gut suspicions. My gut feeling, but I know what I've been through. And I know what I've survived. Excuse me. I was kept by leaders of a cult. They called the woman I grew up with, the great-grandparents that I knew as my great-grandparents, they called the great-grandmother, Graham and Mother Hayden. Knights of the Templar, Scottish Rites, Eastern Star, Masons, it's the Illuminati. The leaders back in the day were the people I knew as my great-grandparents. Side note, I'm not related to them. They replaced their real great-granddaughter, who's very much alive, and as off the rockerish they are. Before I ended up in that family, I was trafficked. And I was kept in a cage. In a dog cage, I remember. The things I've had happen to me and the things I've witnessed are worse than horror movies and nightmares combined. Please don't imagine it. Don't even think about it. It's a cult. I did a couple duets, of videos on either on this account or my backup account of videos of an Illuminati party. And everything I've said that they do, go watch the videos and they talk about drinking children's, well, the red, like it's no big deal. They talk about it like that, all that shit that they do, like they're telling you what they had for lunch. I talk very open and honest about it. I've been exposing them. They're scared of me. I survived being sacrificed. I took a video when I was in Florida, when I went to the temple there to see if they were going to help me. They were all for helping me, even knew Howard's middle name off the top of his head. And then when I went back to get the answer, that's when things were very different. They locked themselves behind closed doors and then called the police. They call law enforcement their dogs. How did I survive? That's the $1,000,000 question. Maybe I'm not quite human. I don't know. I've heard a couple of different things as to why they were terrified of me. My daughter told me something interesting one time. She said that God and the devil made a deal, and I agreed to come here. Oh, no, it's not. Let's put it this way. I've had C. diff, syphilis, and E. coli all at the same time. One time I tried to, I injected myself with over 600 units of insulin. I'm not diabetic. Doctors didn't believe it. So they checked my blood sugar and it was 23. I was acting just fine. I felt fine. I used to inject, and the last time I did it was H, C, and M all combined from the Mexican Mafia, and I felt the whole thing and did it all. I got sick, ended up on the floor, got up, got sick again, went to the bedroom, took a couple sleeping pills, went to sleep for about a day or two, got up, was fine. Never did it again. When I was 19, no, wait, I thought I was, no, I was, no, I was 19. I believe I was 19, well, I believe it was 1999, actually. So I'm not sure how old I was, obviously. 1999, I was living with Joan and Jack, and we got into an argument, and I was going to a friend's house for a couple days. And I was waiting for the bus, and this car pulls over, and I asked if I needed a ride, and I said, no, I'm just waiting on the bus. He's like, no, it's alright, I don't think the bus is coming. I think they stopped running. Oh, shock, I got in the car. So, I'm riding in the car with a complete stranger. At first it was fine, and then he started making me very, very uncomfortable with questions he was asking. He didn't touch me, nothing like that. He just made me feel very uncomfortable. Got to my friend's house, got out of the car, and he had this creepy smile on his face. But went inside. Found out years later he had been a serial unaliver who had unalived 3 girls that looked similar to me before I ever got in that car. Hello. So yeah. So now we have this cult, right? Who is not scared of anyone. But then here I am. They seem to be scared of me. I'm not scared of nobody. I don't have any reason to be scared of anything. I got the Illuminati scared of me. What the fuck would I be scared of? I actually took a video when I went there in 2023 in Palm Beach Gardens. Who was what person? The Illuminati? You've heard of the Illuminati, right? Do I enjoy life now? For the most part. I've, since being away out of that family, away from them, I've done modeling, I sing on here, done a lot of different things. Because I'm actually free, Sometimes it's still hard for me to believe that, like, still kind of difficult to believe it, it's like, it's too good to be true, I'm really free after 40 plus years. Alright, let's see if I can find the video. Now, mind you, I have a mouth of the South. So, when I show you this, don't be surprised when you hear me cussing and going off. Okay. So, this was when I went back to see if they were going to help me or not. That's good old Betty Davis, but see that? Make sure I'm going the right way. Like the Masonic Temple Garden, Palm Beach Gardens. They want to avoid me like the Black Plague, but They do avoid me like the Black Plague. So just see Thank you, by the way. They're natural. Okay. Want to play games? They seem to want to play games. Good old Betty Davis. Stupid old. Yeah, she's good Betty Davis. See if I can cover it. Two men bigger than me were in there, hiding from me. some reason y'all are avoiding me like the Black Plague. I'm not sure why, but I'm guessing it has something to do with my great-grandfather. Because y'all know who he is, obviously. You know his middle name, he was never here. That's how I give no fucks. That's why he left and came back. Because you knew who I was. That's okay. You don't want to talk to me, I'm sure when everybody finds this out, y'all are running scared and I don't know why. For some reason you seem scared of me. But it's okay. Because I may not know who or what I am, but I know that for some reason y'all are scared of me, and I know, being the oldest grandchild, whatever you had tried to do failed, and you guys found that out. That's why I've survived everything I've survived in my life. Including you guys trying to sacrifice me. So since you guys want to be little bitches and run like little bitches, I'm going to expose all of you. And I'm not joking. I mean what I say, and I say what I mean. Because y'all seem real scared of me. Little old me. A woman. It's okay. Y'all sold your souls. Y'all sold your souls for monetary fucking gain. How's it feel? Now all I came to do was ask what the answer was to get help. But you guys want to be running around like little bitches, scared of me for some reason, couldn't give me a yes or no. So now we're going to do it my way. I will eventually figure out what I am. This was in 2023. I mean, I've been lied to my whole life. I don't fucking play. So I'm sure I'll find out who I am. I think I'm on the verge of that as it is. Since you guys are scared. Uh-huh. I have been. Of a woman. Maybe I'm not just any woman. Maybe I'm more powerful than you. The ones that sell their souls for monetary gain that are going to burn in hell like my grandparents did. And I'm guessing I'm probably a witch too, because of my great-grandmother. Have fun with that. Thank God I'm not related to these bitches. I'm sure you'll be on TikTok and Instagram and that tonight anyway. They weren't. I waited a bit. Let's see. Millwork Solutions. Good to know. Bunch of little bitches. Oh, big bad Masons are the Illuminati. No, this was in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. You know they're in 16 different countries? Sisterhood of the Eastern Star, y'all are the Illuminati, and you ain't shit. Because I ain't scared of you. I don't know why people are. They're in 16 different countries. They're all over. But something about June 18th, they have their meetings. They have where they do the horrific things. June 18th, 1984, it was in Texas. All part of the Illuminati. Oh, this?
And I'm one that's not scared. But
I was
y'all
yelling
seem
at the
fucking
motherfuckers
scared
in
of
the
me.
building that were hiding from me.
Not sure why. But like I said, I'm pretty sure I'll figure it out.
Both men bigger
Because
than me.
I'm guessing my great-grandfather was very, very high up.
They were the leaders.
And I have proof of what I say.
And I do.
This is going to be fun exposing y'all.
Now, the two motherfuckers that were in the building that were bigger than me, one of them was actually the head guy of that lodge.
Palm Beach Gardens. And they want to avoid me like the Black Plague.
They tried to sacrifice me when I was a child. This is Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. They just started over, okay.
So, here at the Freemason Lodge, the Garden City Lodge in West Palm Beach, Florida. Oh, sorry,
no, not
Palm
even
Beach
close,
Gardens,
because
Florida.
they knew exactly who I was, because I proved who I was.
We had the Freemasons who were part of the Illuminati.
Same moment think about
who
that.
I came to for help because my great-grandfather was part of it, and evidently high up because he had never been in Florida. But they know his middle name. And evidently, it was brought up in the meeting in September.
It's because of who I am.
And now,
is why they're
I come
scared.
to get the answer if they're going to help me or not. And they're avoiding me like the black fucking plague. Matter of fact, Millwork Solutions Core, let me show you. That van right there, there was a guy that came here earlier in the same van. Got out. Pretended he was here to work wearing dress pants and a dress shirt. And acted like, oh, he wasn't part of it. He was just here to do work. And then comes and parks there, parks there, like, I'm not going to see it when I'm sitting over there.
15 minutes, he left.
Isn't it funny how things fucking work like that? Let me show y'all. Garden City Lodge, number 366. This is all part of the Illuminati. For some reason, they're scared of me. Me. Not sure why. Maybe because I'm not evil. Maybe because when they tried to sacrifice me, it fucking failed. Garden City Lodge. No joke. I have proof. My great-grandfather was part of it. I have proof that my great-grandmother was part of the Sisterhood of the Eastern Star. I have pictures. It was basically admitted to me by people when I confronted them on the phone that they are in fact part of the Illuminati. Now it's funny how these big bad men, these little groups all over the world, Freemasons and all, all part of the Illuminati, are scared of me. One woman. It's funny how that fucking works. I just came to get the answer if they were going to help me or not. But they know my great-grandfather's middle name, which means he was very high up since he's never been to Florida, like I said. For some reason, they're scared of me, of all people. Take another look, guys. Garden Lodge, number 366. F.E. And then there's the little symbol. A.M. Wonder why they're scared of me, of all people. Of everything. They sell their souls for monetary gain. We all have heard about the Illuminati. It's been, basically, I told them that I know they're part of the Illuminati, and I told the Sisterhood of the Eastern Star when I spoke to them on the phone, and the Scottish Rites in Iowa when I spoke to them on the phone. They did not deny it. They said, "Oh, you don't want to threaten the lodge."
Or what?
That proves it. So why would they be scared of me and avoid me like the Black Plague? Unless there's something about me that scares them. I mean, they are all evil. They sell their souls.
I'm in their book.
They sacrifice the oldest child.
The Masonic
the
Temple.
Firstborn. But evidently it failed with me. Maybe that's why they're scared. Because they were all foretelling to me until after. So I know they did their research. They're scared of someone who, again, has beaten things she shouldn't have beaten, still alive, survived things I shouldn't have survived. And I'm still here, and I'm still sane. It's so funny to me that these grown-ass men who sold their souls for monetary gain, that my great-grandfather was part of.
Because she's probably somehow involved in it. They like to watch me and follow me and everything else. I have Master Illuminati members following me here on TikTok.
What I thought was a vision was most likely a memory. And it was when they tried to sacrifice me back in Iowa when I was about 2.5, 3 years old. Yeah.
You want to talk about fact check, huh? You talk about fact check? Okay. Sweetie, I don't need to fact check shit because I survived it. Okay, well, let's go. Mohassen Coven, Alta Aryan. Eastern Star, Alta Aryan, to the glory of God, upside down pentagram. To all free and accepted Masons on the face of this earth, Howard Aryan. That right there, that's Alta. Look, would you look at that? What are they standing in front of? Play with me. You got the wrong one. Oh, I'm so crazy and full of lies, I'm showing the evidence. You know, you might want to watch it. Oh, yeah. This, really? Isn't that funny? No, I did not, sweetie. Because I have the actual picture of family pictures with her and Howard in them. That explains a lot. Yeah, I know what you guys do. Don't play with me. Written in 1957. Talk about cooperative churches and cooperative churches. Well, then you know who Mother Hayden is, right? Grandmother Hayden. Try me, bitch. I remember what y'all did. I know exactly what you guys do every year. Sacrificing children from selling your souls, sacrificing children, and digesting them while they're alive. Whatever you got, bring it. Just psychopaths who sell their souls for fucking monetary gain. See, I'm a child of God, unlike some who sell their souls for monetary gain. I said she was part of it. I called it, didn't I? Play with me. And when she said something, you asked what it was about, whatever. Somebody asked something about to her, and I said, most likely she was part of it. I called it. No, they don't.
No, what I told her, and I'll get in the box and hang on to their live, then move on. Or
Here's
just
the
sit here and
thing.
shut the fuck up and watch it. Like,
Here's the thing. She's part of that group.
I know you said something after I said move on. You were like, I bet you she's part of it.
And then she said, I'm Easter Star. My dad is amazing. Get your facts right, bitch. I know the fucking facts. What the fuck you think? I remember the day I was taken. I remember what the band was wearing. I remember he gave me an orange safety sucker. I remember I was kept in a dog cage and trafficked. I remember a lot.
That's wild. And they just don't want the truth out here. That's why she said something. Like,
Hmm?
when you were talking about it, they were like, this lady is crazy and full of lies, guys. Right there, you guys are saying that it's the truth. Why would you even engage?
They have been doing this uh since I escaped that house. I've been being stalked and everything else for the past 2.5 years. But come
Mm-mm-mm.
to find out, the real Heather, the one who they replaced, the real great granddaughter, is alive and well, has been stalking me online since for almost 20 years. That's what I found out. And the one
So,
who I grew up knowing as my biological mother, who was actually obviously her mother, um, they fake their own deaths.
that's pathetic.
I know.
So what? They just sit in your live and find their other victims?
No, they sit in my live trying to discredit me. They try and make me look crazy. I've had you God, the things that have been said about me.
Oh no, I see. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, you ain't gonna lose me as a follower
Was
because I see crazy when I know crazy when I see crazy. Okay, and this isn't crazy.
like I everything that they put me through and that I went through because of them. And I'm still here. I'm still here. I don't know what the fuck they think. They've posted on a blog about a missing child lies about me because I had a DNA test to see if I was if I was this missing child, which of course the DNA test came back as not a match. Really. Yeah. Um especially when it was already confirmed to me by someone in that group that cult.
Wait, so they had you take a DNA to see if you were somebody else's child?
If I was this missing child, the police did.
Oh.
Let me show you. Little Tanya Michelle Williams, who disappeared June 7th, 1983. Uh, and, they like to falsify DNA and all that, and I could guarantee they call law enforcement their dogs. Just put it
That's
out.
terrible.
Let's see. Let me see. So, God, I need to go through these pictures. So many pictures on this phone. This it's not coming out. Hold on. That's Tanya Michelle Williams.
Okay.
Okay. This is the age progression of Tanya Michelle Williams.
Wait, that's her?
This is an age progression.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is this Sherry one part of it too?
Huh?
Is Sherry part of it too?
Sherry Lee? No, I don't think so. I think
Okay.
might know who that is, but I'm not sure. Sherry Lee, do I know who you are? Very familiar. And not in a bad way. If it's who I think it is, then I know who that is. Um, if it is who I think it is. Okay, so let's get
No,
to.
not at all.
Okay, so you're not one of the Z Mob. That's a whole other thing. Um, so this is me in 1986.
Mm-hmm.
I'm supposedly 5.5, almost 6 years old.
Mm.
I don't think so.
Mm-mm. And you don't even look like the other picture.
So
Sherry, no, no, not at all to what?
I don't know her. She was saying I don't know her.
Mm.
But
No,
what's
just a follower. Oh.
interesting is this picture here. It's supposedly me. That ain't me. I know that's not me. Different eye colors, different. Because I did an AI age progression picture of
Mm-hmm.
the girl, red dress.
Mm. Yeah, that's not you.
No, but let me show you who. Just for shits and grins, I'm going to show you this picture. You tell me if it looks anything like this person.
No.
Doesn't look like her?
Mm-mm.
You sure?
I'm trying to see. There's glare. Yes.
It looks like her.
Yes.
That woman there, her name is Heather Enderton. Right before Halloween, she comes on my live and says, "Oh my God, you're my long lost sister named Tanya. You were kidnapped." That's the real Heather. Now, let me show you another picture. Because supposedly my DNA didn't match, right? Okay. So we have Tanya, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then we have my daughter when she was little. She's an adult now.
Okay, go back to the other picture quick. Yeah.
I have a better way of doing it. Hold that thought.
So, how long have they been coming into like your lives and stuff and bothering you and saying how big of a nutcase and everything you are?
Let's see. What is today?
Today is Monday, June 9th of 25.
About, I'd say over 2.5 years.
That's what I was saying, Sarah.
Approximately over 2.5 years.
Hmm.
Yeah, 2.5 years. Since February of 2023.
Forget that. They just need to like leave you alone.
Yeah, well, I wish. Okay, so
Okay. Hold on, there's a glare. Oh man.
what do you think?
I think they look a lot alike.
Tanya's been missing for over 40 years. And I gave birth to my daughter.
So,
Law enforcement did what they do best. They made sure it wouldn't be a match. That's what I'm grateful for Ancestry DNA.
do you know Lisa?
Lisa,
I don't know, it just says Lisa. They said make your box bigger, Grace.
I don't know how.
All you do is tap your screen, and then when you tap your screen, it'll have a bigger box. Yeah,
Oh,
there
yeah.
you
Okay.
go.
Woohoo! Woohoo! Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that looks a lot alike.
Turn right off. Hold on. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But I'm a liar and crazy and all this, right? I'm just so crazy, right? That's what they want people to believe.
Yeah, they're saying you're the craziest lady that there is. I
What?
mean, that's what they're saying. But that's okay. Just just remember, when you're always telling the truth about something, you're the craziest person that there is, and you're always the liar. And
I'm used to it. Shit. I've heard this for fucking ever. Let me shit, like, I was also sent pictures of, well, let me just show you this picture. It's gonna, if I can find the right one. Um,
who's that?
that's Tanya's grandmother.
Hmm.
I don't look like her at all, do I?
What you're saying?
I mean,
Mm.
not at all, do I? Kind of creepy for me. On top of that,
I mean, it kind of weirded me out. That's why I was like, but they
remember
want to sit here and say you're a liar.
I know. When I said I don't look like her at all, no, not at all. I know. It's weird
Has
because
the truth come out? I mean, it's getting to 53 different people here. Want me to like it some more? We could get the truth to come out more.
she sold Tanya, and Tanya's dad failed part of the lie detector test. They don't kidnap the children, but the children are reported as kidnapped. The families sell the children. That's the truth of it. Then very horrific things happen. No, they didn't. Soon enough, we'll be finding out exactly who I am. They can't really screw with an ancestry DNA test, can they? I even talked to DJ today. Finally, talked for a few. He confirmed I'm not Heather, but said the DNA didn't match. Or Tanya, which is very interesting. They're confirming I'm not Heather, but saying my DNA didn't match. How would you like that? Doesn't make sense. If my DNA didn't match for Tanya, why would you say I'm not Heather? Why would you confirm I'm not Heather? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they know. I told him I was going to do an ancestry DNA test, and he said, well, probably a good idea. I said, and if it comes back that Tanya's sister is my sister, that would mean I would be Tanya, right? He's like, most likely, yeah. And I said, that would mean someone fucked up the DNA test, didn't they? It's like, pretty sure that's what that would mean.
Hmm.
They call law enforcement their dogs. So, you go into an FBI building, what do you see on the wall? A big plaque with the pyramid and the all-seeing eye. I
Mm-hmm.
went to the FBI building to talk to them, to try and get them to listen to me. This was back in December. They didn't want to talk to me, but as soon as I walked in, I looked up like, well, fuck. Now come to find out the guy I was friends with that I've been known for 20 years. I met through my ex Terry. Uh, he's a 33rd degree Mason. And I just found that out a couple months ago.
Talking about stalkers.
I'm wondering if these people are even human. I don't think they are. How are you going to sit there and tell me that? I said, so great grandma and great grandpa sacrificed Billy, their oldest. I was like, right? And I was talking to the adopted mom who I grew up knowing as my aunt, who adopted me in 1990, which I'm pretty sure that was not a legit adoption, obviously. Even if I was Heather, there's no fucking that way that would be legit. But, judges and everything else is part of it. So, I was like, so, great grandma and great grandpa sacrificed Billy. Oh, yeah. Telling me, like, what she had for lunch. Confirming everything I was saying. Everything I was asking, she was confirming. Then it got a little strange because then I was like, well, I remember being taken to the temple. Well, I don't know, I wasn't there. I don't know, I wasn't there. She was there. For some reason, I say certain things, they freak out. Like when I go like this, I looked at the head guy in the fucking eyes at that fucking lodge when the cops showed up and came out. Here's the thing, I've never had it off. You know how cops are rude with everybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me if you've ever heard this of anything like this ever happening. Cop showed up. You got here, driver's license, blah blah. The one that's my driver's license, rude as fuck, right? I hand him my driver's license. He looks at it. He hands it back to me, and then says, "Now you know if you come back, you'll be arrested for trespassing, right?" Ever heard of any police officer ever talking to anybody like that?
Uh-uh.
Yeah, he did. I was like, so that's when I knew. I looked at my windshield, and that guy just did this. I said, "That's okay. I won't be back." Yeah, unlike some, I'm a child of God. I'm a child of God. Unlike some who sell their souls for monetary gain. Just like that. He went as white as Casper the fucking friendly ghost. Fear of God in his eyes. Just from me saying that. I pull out, pull back, and before I drive off, I look at my driver's window and I said, At least when I die, I won't be burning in hell for all eternity. Cop says, well, now you don't have to do that. I was like, I have proof of everything I say. And I drove off.
Wait, what did the cop say to you?
Well, now you don't have to be like that. When I said, at least when I die, I won't be burning in hell for all eternity. Well, now you don't have to be like, well, now you don't have to be like that. That's the weirdest thing for a police officer to say to that, don't you
Yeah.
think?
Yeah.
No, you don't have to be like that. Not calling me crazy, nothing like that. No, you don't have to be like that. That basically is confirmed that I'm the crazy one, right?
Well, yeah, they were saying you were this biggest nutcase and everything like that.
I mean, Lord have mercy. Look up Heather McCord on YouTube. There's 100 and some, I don't know how many that I get live streamed. We're being recorded. You're gonna be on YouTube. They make me famous. You could Google the name Heather McCord. I've been on Reddit. Just the number of it's insane. It's fucking nuts. It's like this isn't reality. Beyond the realm of insanity. Hello, Tammy. You're on the air. Tammy, your quick picture joined in the top side.
I believe Tammy said that she was here, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't know if that was who that was.
No, Tammy, right there. I just let her in the box because she requested.
Tammy, are you here? Tammy.
Interesting.
That's weird. Hmm.
That was very interesting. Don't you think?
Mm-hmm. Yes, and weird.
And she told me before that her account she got hacked or something like that, and that's why
Did
she had to
you
make a new account.
did you hear exactly what she said before you booted her?
No, I'm
It's
half in here.
it sounded like she said I'm good.
It was weird.
Yeah. But that's what I got out of that, and then she typed and said I'm sorry.
Now that was somebody else that said I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, it's not the same person.
Oh, she called me a scammer. Well, that's definitely not the Tammy I thought it was. Well, maybe it is. Yeah,
Yeah,
who
it
is
definitely did.
interesting?
No, Bubs, it sounded like she definitely said, I'm good.
No,
Yeah, she had a wicked laugh.
she sounded like evil. Sound like a wicked Lafayette did. And how would you
Mm.
know, Bubs? Anybody else hear her say I was a scammer?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, Bubs, let's see. Let's take a look at something right now. I'm sure you did. I'm sure it's funny. You're the only one in here that did. But I'm gonna check something out real quick if I can get a fucking
Well, here, I'm gonna tell
shocking,
you.
Shocking. You know what's so shocking, Bubs? You have no profile picture, no followers, and no following. Prove that I'm a scammer. Prove I'm a scammer. Please, prove to me and everybody else that I'm a scammer.
And it's usually the ones with 0 followers and no picture that are the scammers.
Heather. Why, so you can run your mouth with your delusions, Heather? Haven't you figured it out? I mean, making fake accounts constantly, doesn't that get old after a while? I mean, seriously. Making fake accounts. Constantly. Actually, you're very much mistaken. Two different people. Who are you? Like, what is your obsession with me, you psycho? What is your obsession? You haven't you figured it out that nothing you do is gonna work, right? Okay. See, I have not lied one time about my life. As a matter of fact, I've proven everything I say, and I can take a lie detector test. Sure I am. So either you're Heather or you're Linda. Which one? I can take that too. It's called a hair follicle test. Do you know what a hair follicle test is? You're a psycho. For all I know, you could be my ex. I don't give a fuck who the hell you are. But please keep making me famous, sweetie. You're just sad and pathetic. Nobody knows who you are. But everybody knows who I am. No, see, here's the thing. I don't need to get help for anything. See, my kids were never taken out of my custody, out of my care. They were taken out of somebody else's care that I thought I could trust. That wasn't me, you psychopath. That was Sue and Linda, not me. Oh, by the way, that is Heather. That's either Heather or I'm pretty sure that's Heather. The real Heather. This has been going on for 2.5 years. Over 2.5 years. It's great when I can. I'm more than happy to take a lie detector test, a hair follicle test, and everything else. See, I was going to get custody of I was going to get my kids back had I not been lied to and tricked into relinquishing my rights by CPS. I think they got blocked. My mod took care of it. Don't worry, they'll be back. Under another account. 2.5 years. This is not my first account. It's actually my third one. The first two got permanently bananaed because of that person. The number of, they've even pretended to be Frankie, pretended to be my daughter. The list goes on and on. I don't know who the fuck it is. I don't care who the fuck it is, but they need to get a fucking life. Not in my level. Not on my league, bitches. But yet, I show proof and evidence that I'm Well, if I let them in the box, at least, whenever they come back on, if I let them in the box, it'll at least still kind of let us know if they're male, female, or if the voice sounds familiar to me or not. Cyber stalking. That's a crime. I don't think they had any to begin with. I'm pretty sure that whoever it is never had any marbles to begin with. When God was handing out brains, they thought he said trains and they missed theirs by a long shot. No, excuse me. I have no idea who the fuck it is. Honestly, I just have my suspicions on who it is. I have no fucking clue who it could honestly be. For certain. You know. I'm very particular who I let in a box and, yeah. Mm-mm. Let me tell you a story about the whole floor heater thing, okay? Linda told me the story, and Joan told me the story, they all told me the story. Linda was born on November 3rd. That Thanksgiving, they were at Alta and Howard's house. Joan was mixing stuffing with her hands, and while she was making the stuffing, she heard Sue say, "Look, Mommy, my dolly." Sue, she turned to look at Sue, and Sue had Linda held up over the heater. Joan jumped up and ran and grabbed Linda, and that's where the whole floor heater thing came from. But this motherfucker's trying to make it, literally has said that I did that to my daughters. Again, I could take a lie detector test. I've never done anything to anyone, especially not my daughters. By the way, I don't think Sue did it either, because how is a 2-year-old going to hold up a baby like that? Man, that must have been the strongest 2-year-old. You know. Hello? Sue? You're on the air. Sue? It's just getting weirder and weirder. Fucking getting weirder and weirder. Okay, here's what we're not gonna
do. Don't mind the snoring, but I'm
do.
coming in.
Adding people to the box, because when they get in the box and they don't say nothing, they sound evil or something like that, that tells me a lot. Because I've had fake friends, fake supporters, and everything else, and it seems
It's the same person.
I don't know what to think anymore. But I'm like, it gets real old. I don't know why this has been going on for so long. I don't understand
Dude,
it. I'm not like this shit. It's like, I'm a grown ass adult. Be an adult. Yeah. It's just. But you see now what I deal with. That's just minor compared to everything else I've dealt with. I'm waiting to see what's next. What they're going to come up with next. I mean, I don't think you could top, oh my god, you're my long lost sister named Tanya, you were kidnapped, and then me end up, you know what I mean? I don't know how they're going to top that. You know?
well, why would you not say that? Why would you not be like, sorry, I accidentally hit it, I don't want to be in the box? Why stay quiet? That's some weird shit, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go on mute and stay in your box because I don't have a filter and people really gonna hate me.
Fuck's sakes, I don't have a filter either, shit. Why are you so obsessed with me? Think I wanna know.
Okay, but we were talking to you. She said Sue, 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 Sue. You could have been like, oh, I'm sorry, I've never used this before. I didn't mean to be in the box. Instead of, and then get kicked out. Like, what? Out of the whole time that you were in the box, that's all you said. Come the fuck on. Why don't y'all just get a fucking life and leave her alone? Why do you gotta keep coming in here? You guys are just making her famous. Everybody's trying to come and see what's she about because you guys keep coming in here making fucking comments. Like, you guys really got nothing but slush up in your heads, right?
2.5 years.
I didn't know you would even hear me. I didn't know I was on. I've burned on Grace's life every day.
She actually is, but, Thing is, obviously, I've said fake fans or fake friends, fake supporters. I've had people do everything they can to get me to believe that they're supportive or whatever, just to get close to me to run back and tell the real Heather everything they hear about me.
Mm.
Or whatever. It's like, when you think that you're exposing me by recording and posting my live, what the fuck are you exposing exactly?
Right.
When I say it myself, I want
Okay,
the whole world to hear. And
everybody that's in here, I'm gonna tell you right now, you taking her live and posting it on YouTube and all these other apps, it's just making people say, well, I want to know what's going on, because there's a lot of people out in this world that like the drama and like to just get into lives and listen to stuff that's going on. You're making them want to come in here, so you're making her get more followers. If you don't want that and you want people to not like her, then keep your fucking mouth shut.
I mean, they're making me famous, you know. I'm working on getting
You
the
done
entertainment business. I know reputable people. I've had interviews with actual agencies and things like that. I'm the one that says no. Like VIP Ignite, I'm kind of with them. I've known them, gone with, done the Zooms and everything with them for since 2023. They don't just accept anybody. They do one-on-one conversations, and they can tell right out the gate if you're off your rocker or not. I come on the Zoom, oh my god, Heather McCord, where have you been? You know, so happy to see you. They get all excited when they see me. They call me out by name. Every time. But for some reason, these people who are doing this think, foolishly, that they're going to make people believe I'm the crazy one. How's that working out for you? How's that working out for you? You know. Sad and pathetic, really it is. For these people to do this all this time, clearly, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not leaving TikTok. I may be leaving the country, but I'm not leaving TikTok. You're not going to chase me off the internet, off social media, nothing like that. As much as you would love to, it's not gonna happen. So please keep making your fake fucking accounts, you psychopath. And keep making me famous. In the words of Cat Williams, don't complain when you have haters. If you have 12 haters, you better figure out how to get it to 16. If you have 14 haters, you better figure out how to get to 16 by the end of summer. Me, I don't have that fucking problem. You know? It's okay, Sue. Chill. You're alright. You're good. It's completely insane that the fake accounts, just everything. And here's what I'm going to say. I know I have haters in here. I know I have fake supporters. I'm not dumb. I'm not stupid. It's like, the shit just keeps happening over and over and over again, you know? I've had my address doxed hundreds of times. I had my phone number. I still get private calls. I know who it is. You know, I don't need, you know, like I answered it one time yesterday. They didn't say nothing. But then last night they called, I didn't answer. It was like a little after 1 a.m. Um, my advice to these people who just clearly are jealous. This has to be a jealousy thing, right? Because it makes no sense. To hate me for no reason, and I don't even know who the fuck y'all are. You know who I am, but you start your shit and hate on me and everything else when I don't even know who the fuck you are. Thinking that, I guess, because you think that somehow, some way you're going to have some sort of effect on me. Truth is, you don't. When I get off here, I go about my business, do other things. I don't even think about my life or whatever when I get off here. Good life, yeah, I enjoyed myself, or oh, it could have been better, whatever, that's about it. And then I, do the broccoli, go to bed, wake up, brand new day, go about my business, whatever, and then I come live. If I decide to, then I come live. You know, my life does not revolve around this. And in the words of Mr. Zolfarino, you can't control what people say, think, or do. You can't control the internet. So don't let it bother you. So I don't. You know. I can't control what... Like, while I live my life to the fullest, I do whatever the fuck I want, you know? And I enjoy life. I do whatever I do. While I do my shit and I live my life or whatever, other than do this, I run around in their heads rent free, 24/7. That's kind of pathetic, isn't it? I don't know if it gives more along the lines of the feel of Silence of the Lambs. It rubs a lotion on its skin, or else it gets the hose again, or single white female vibes. Either way, this person seems to want to wear my skin. Kind of like, fuck, Ed Gein vibes. Shit. You know? This is not normal. Not normal behavior. And to Heather, the real Heather Edgerton. You have teenage children. You should be a better role model for your children. But for some reason, you think talking about how I had my kids taken, whatever, like that's... You try and say whatever you could think is going to hurt me the most, which is extremely pathetic. She's the one that came on my live that right before Halloween said, "Oh my God, you're my long lost sister named Tanya. You were kidnapped." She's the one who we compared the two pictures of the age progression of the girl in the red and the actual picture of the other woman. That's who that is. Sometimes I call her Arizona, but she goes by Smiley, and she also goes by Mama_Bear_, and then there's 8 something. It's the zip code for Phoenix, Arizona, is the 8. the 5 numbers. Yeah. Like, it gets old and redundant, and it's like, it doesn't affect me anymore. Because I'm not going to allow it to affect me anymore. I'm proud of myself for how far I've come. And bitch, you can say whatever the fuck you want about me. It doesn't make it true. None of what you've said about me has ever been true. It's pretty sad, actually, that you're like this. That you're so miserable. And you hate the fact that your family kept me in your place. That's not my fault. But go ahead and keep blaming me, bitch. I don't care. I don't care anymore. Alright, I accepted Sandy. I don't know if you want it on here or not, but you seem to have requested.
No, I don't know. I did that on accident. I was pushing the likes.
It's all good.
I'm proud of you too.
Thank you.
I don't know how to get off, but yeah, it was an accident.
I'll take you off. Hold on. Hold on, hon. And there we go. Alright, you're good. Alright, so Jill Schumacher, we're gonna say. We're gonna say. Hello? Jill? Alrighty then. Don't you just love it when people do that? They request over and over and over and over and over. She requested, then deleted it, then requested, then deleted it, then requested. So finally I let her in. And nothing. Come on. The whole thing, yeah, I was angry about this whole thing, and it's annoying actually. But at the same time, it kind of I feel bad for you, Heather. I really do, because you just, instead of healing and working on yourself and your inner self in here, you just, that sound on here describes it perfectly. That one sound, she stole my life. She made me cuckoo. That one, I'm pretty sure she tells herself that every day about when it comes to me. She thinks I stole her life. Couldn't be further from the truth. I mean, I was a child. You know. How are you gonna? How are you gonna blame? I will never understand. But you have teenage children. You really should get some help for your problems. You do this to me, but you have I mean, you've been stalking me for almost 20 years, right? But you also go on live asking random dudes for inappropriate pictures. You also go on live saying the most god-awful, disgusting things. That how you and your baby daddy did what you did with the other dude, and when the other dude finished in your baby daddy's mouth, he spit. That, like, bitch, you're older than me, most likely. That is just disgusting. And you have, in asking dudes for inappropriate pictures with your teenage daughter sitting right next to you. You need to get some serious help. And the only reason you still have your children, I'm pretty positive, is because of your family. Because of the cult. That's the only reason you haven't had your children taken. But you want to talk about how I lost my children. I was a really fucking good mom. I did everything for my kids and tried to protect my children. There's a difference. And I had my ability to have children stolen from me because they lied. Saying I needed my tubes tied and I needed a hysterectomy. I had my tubes tied in January of 2004. Had my first partial hysterectomy in 2007. Had my second partial hysterectomy in 2012 or 2013. 2013. Have gastroparesis because of what these bitches put me through. But you want to spread lies about me. And mind you, you are just like Sue, by the way. You're just like your biological mother. You know, the one that I thought was my biological mother. But not. But you sure do look like your dad. You know what the fucked up thing is? I would have helped you. Had you not done everything you did, I would have helped you. I told you to stop, and I would help you. But you didn't. I mean, you did text me as 3 different people. You texted me as yourself. You texted me as the bio mom and a sister named Fawn. None of which is normal behavior. Got your children involved, even. On my live, on camera, introduced me as their long-lost aunt. Nothing you've done this entire time has ever been normal. I don't know if you have DID, or if you're just fucking completely off your rocker. Or both. Most likely both. But I do know for a fact that psychosis with you runs real fucking deep. Because your brother has the same issue. Shade has the same problem. Oh, look, somebody just called me again from a private number. Well, damn, called me multiple times from a private number. Go ahead and leave a voicemail. What are you scared of? Yeah, I have my ringer off. But you know what? I'm going to turn the ringer on. Because that way, we'll know when you call. And I will answer it. Go ahead, call back. I'll answer it and I'll even put it on speakerphone because that's what you want, right? And then you can explain how you got my number. I'm not going to mute it. I will put it on speakerphone. I warned you not to call me, and pathetic, really it is. They just called me twice. Back to back. They won't leave a voicemail, and I can tell you why. So you could call me from a fake number. If it goes to voicemail, it'll give me your real number. Even when you call private, it gives me your actual phone number. That's why they will never leave a voicemail. So, 9:27 p.m. last night, and then I declined the call at 1:09 a.m. And then they just called at 12:41 and 12:42. It's just my phone service that does it. The cell phone service I have, it comes with the perks of having that cell phone service, I guess. Yeah, it's very helpful. Yeah, in this case, it's pretty helpful. You know. But please, call me back. Leave a voicemail. Let's put her on, actually. Or do you want me to put it on speaker so you can give everybody my address again? Or you want to give out my phone number? Dum da dum dum. Dum da dum dum dum. I have another theory of who it might be. But I don't think it. I don't know. There's only a couple of people it could be, and now it's actually kind of hitting me that it might actually be somebody completely different, and if it is that person, if that person is watching, call me when I get off live. The way I had told you to. Just saying. Um, and the only reason I think it might be this other person is, never mind. I'm not sure. Oy vey. It's awful weird. Anywho. So. All I gotta say is the obsession with some people is very fucking unreal. Okay, that's interesting. User 15752325698 whatever requested to join, and then just turn off the request. Call, but if you're the one that called, call. Call. You have my number, right? Call. Why are you so obsessed with me? Making fake profiles constantly, over and over. Every time you make a new page, a profile, whatever, you have to make a new email. Think about how many emails they have made in the past 2.5 years. That's insane. That's obsession. Obsession. Am I wrong? I'm pretty sure it's obsession. So, anywho, I do think I'm going to end this because I do want to do some broccoli and go to bed. Yeah. We'll see if that person calls me back after I get off live. See what happens. Anywho, I'm going to end this for now, and I will try and be on tomorrow night sometime. I have to go to the eye doctor tomorrow, get my glasses fixed. You know, because, they're the wrong. I need my glasses fixed, so it's not giving me migraines. So, until next time, I hope y'all have a great night, and I will see y'all later. Have a good night, guys.